Today, yes, we do have two best of threes planned, of course, going to be coming at you. Bad Monkey Gaming versus CiC Esports here in a best out of three. These two teams, obviously, you can easily argue the two best teams right now in the competitive HON scene. They kicked off the season facing off against one another. BMG took that 2-0. But obviously, it's been a long season here. Here we are 4 weeks later, pretty much, and they're matching up once again. So, of course, as always with these two teams, looking forward to a great series. With that said, I am going to be joined by a co-caster today. I actually got Meisty on as a co-caster. Meisty, how's it going?
It's going awesome, man.
Going good?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for today, for these matches. CiC versus BMG, obviously. It's the big matchup.
Mm-hmm. This is the one that, obviously, safe to say, a lot of people are excited for.
With that said, though, I know CiC lost 0-2 against Rexars yesterday, so
yes, that
kind of messes up the whole point system, as well as they're obviously not riding on any good momentum, I would, imagine.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, no, that is a really good point, obviously. I mean, in terms of... there's a slight echo, by the way.
Yeah, I hear... You sound like a robot. I'm not sure. Maybe I can recall or something, or I can call, or...
I could try recalling real quickly, if you think that would make sense. Let's try that then.
All right.
Let's do that. All right, 1 second. There we go. Let me go ahead and call him back and see if we still have that issue right here. Hello.
Hello, is that better, or...?
There is still a slight echo. You know, let me... Actually, no, it sounds good now. We're good now. Okay,
Sounds good?
Good. Okay. Anyway, so again, we got a best of 3 coming at you here. BMG versus CiC. Again, no doubt, this is a matchup that a lot of people want to see here. Now, I will say this, not to take away from any of the anticipation, but there isn't a whole lot on the line outside of CiC. Well, no, not even that. I mean, they pretty much have second place wrapped up here as you see the standings, and BMG basically has first place wrapped up. So from that perspective, there isn't a whole lot on the line. So maybe expect a little bit more fun play coming out for these two teams. But no doubt, obviously, they're still competing. We always go over this, even though there could be nothing on the line, which kind of is here to an extent. They're still gonna play very well and play entertaining at least. So. And we kind of already seen that here. I'm rambling on, but look at what we got, man. We got a Pearl.
The self-proclaimed overpowered hero that's never been picked up, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, there was like 6 heroes that came out of the competitive HON scene in the tournament rules, and she was one of those. And she was the one out of those. I think it was like Ravener. I don't know. It was quite a bit, but she was the one that people were like, "Oh, we're gonna see this hero all the time. She's gonna dominate." And then, yeah, we never saw her. So.
Yeah, with that said, I think she is very strong against Engineer on the other team, and as well as Magnus. All that AoE makes it pretty awkward for them.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how Pearl plays out. Is she actually very strong, or was that just kind of all talk? But were you talking about, how this match really doesn't mean anything in the end? I guess that is one of the disadvantages of the point setup.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happens that that's how it's going to be. But
yeah. I mean, any regular season kind of format, whether it's pro sports, whether it's esports, I mean, you're going to have that as a later part comes on. Yeah, as you put it. I mean, it's a disadvantage, sure, but again, we still should think that these two teams are going to be giving an A effort at least to an extent.
Now, with that said, though, the bottom 3 teams, I know that we're all fighting for those, for the 4th place position.
Oh, yeah.
So that I guess that's more of the competition right now.
That is very true. You got The Last of Us, of course. You guys got Team Excellent, and you got Rexars. Team Excellent is actually playing Rexars right now, I believe. They're set to be playing them as well. So I believe actually Saint Rocks of recent gaming, he was planning on maybe covering that one. So
well, the way it works out is actually all 3 teams need to play each other once more.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of perfect. It's kind of
so you kind of control your own destiny, really.
Basically, yeah.
If you win out, you're good. You're good to go, and you should be fine. So that's actually really cool. Then how it does shape up like that. So, yeah, that's of course our later match is actually speaking of that. It's what Team Excellent versus you guys, if I'm not mistaken, The Last of Us. Yeah, that is a later match scheduled. So we do plan to cover that as well. So that should be a fun one to follow this one up. But anyways, let's take a look at what's going on here. What have we got here? Now, the initial bans also are so focused on maybe the Pearl pick and the other picks, but Artillery was thrown out as a ban from Handskin. I don't know if that's a troll ban or
Yeah, well, what he was doing was basically he made it so that there's 2 heroes and 1 band left. There's Puppet Master and Rhapsody. So he forced CiC to either give them Rhapsody, or they give them Puppet Master, and then CiC would pick up Rhapsody, or CiC could ban out either Puppet or Rhapsody, and give BMG the other one. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
So CiC banned out Puppet Master and give BMG Rhapsody.
Okay.
I mean, there's kind of like 5 to be considered god tier heroes at the moment.
Okay.
So this is kind of how it works out.
Gotcha. No, that's definitely some strategy involved right there. So more so of a hero that just would not have any interest whatsoever, and that being artillery.
Yeah, but with that said, I mean, you would think like you'd want to ban out like some niche hero on CiC side.
Yeah.
Like instead of artillery. I mean, artillery has no weight, but yeah, I mean, I gotta believe that was the strategy though.
Something like a Tundra, even. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would make more sense. So it looks like Swiftblade, interesting. I wonder if there's going to be farming bottom with that. I mean, we've been seeing Swiftblade a lot of times go aggro tri-lanes now, but clearly they can't really aggressive tri-lane with an Ophelia.
Yeah. Definitely. So we've been seeing a bit of Swiftblade recently. I mean, obviously, it's really usually kind of that tri-lane presence, but like you're just saying, they already have Ophelia, so not going to necessarily be seeing that. But this also very interesting because is this setting up to be a solo Pearl here?
Yeah, it looks like it. It really does.
I didn't see Pearl
Suicide Pearl?
That. Suicide Pearl.
I mean, I have no idea, but it definitely looks like that's how it's going to work.
She does not seem like a hero that's like that you can not support. I mean,
yeah, you know what? Rhapsody solo is pretty strong itself.
Yeah.
Not that it's a good the best candidate, but I mean, you're looking between Rhapsody and Pearl. What in the world is going on here?
Oh, jeez.
Zephyr.
Well, we're going push. I think it's safe to say they're going to be going for the early team fight. That's what Zephyr obviously speaks for. But yeah, that is with the synergy. So I don't know, man. They're going for something crafty here. This is not a.
And as you were saying, they have that leeway. It doesn't. These matches in the end.
Yeah.
Don't hold the true weight. But maybe I'm sure that's kind of part of the reason. But anyways, Flux picked on Hellborn's side. I can definitely see that. I was actually going to say Legion should have banned that out during that banning stage. Whenever you have Engineer Magnus, it's kind of just setting up for that.
Yeah. Well, they got that wombo combo potential. We'll see what they finish off with on top of that. They're right-clicking the Monkey King. No, they go Master of Arms, actually, as their 5th and final pick. So it doesn't necessarily go with that Team Fight's AoE synergy, but obviously still a very good option. Is probably going to be more of a farming master here. Yeah, they already have the Torture and the Engineer, most likely, to play those support roles. I assume CiC's just as confused as us, though, as far as what to expect. Fuzi playing Pearl. What the hell?
Okay, so it's going to be a farming Pearl. Interesting. I mean, I'm assuming it's...
a Suicide Swiftblade?
Possibly Pearl solo bottom. I mean, it's all going to be awkward, no matter what.
Yeah.
Suicide Swiftblade is legitimate, though. That's like the only legitimate hero, to be honest.
Yeah?
He's going to get boots first, and he's pretty strong.
Okay, just because that spin is good. He doesn't seem like a go-to option by any means, but I guess I could see the idea that
he's ran Team M sometimes, and he's actually fairly decent, I would say. I mean, you can't get too low as to support harassing him, otherwise you're just dead.
Okay.
So that really allows him to, have some space.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, again, this is a good side to us here like this. Although I don't want to keep stressing it, but again, not maybe a whole lot on the line, but still, they're having fun with it. So I'm excited.
While their lanes are a little bit awkward, look mid game. Look at their push line. I mean, push ability. They have the Zephyr. Ridiculous. They have the affiliate. Yeah. So I mean, it's not a totally crappy lineup or anything. It's just totally different.
Well, yeah, you talk about Pearl. I mean, obviously, this is the new hero really in this lineup, the new hero in the game. As far as, seeing in the competitive scene, her soothing presence, great assistance for that. Obviously, the burst heal that you can get out of that. And just her abilities in general, the preservation? Yeah, preservation. Of course, her ultimate right there, that big bubble that forms, obviously great for those team fights and whatnot. But you see right here, trying to maybe run into her, but no, she's going to react in time and
so they have a counter ward. I'm assuming that they might want to ward up Ophelia's jungle.
Yeah.
That's always smart to do when you have no jungle yourself, because Ophelia can't man up in your jungle. You just push them out with your supports.
Unfortunately, they're going up against Hanskin though.
Yep, Hanskin is the god deorder.
This guy knows.
See, he's got 2 coming to him right now. Interesting to note. Look at Hanskin's items. He has none. as Ophelia, you can actually get away with pooling a ton of regen.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the advantages of Ophelia. You really don't need any gold to jungle.
Yeah.
So, he might be getting picked off here though.
No, just a little harassment. But again, that's only gonna take care of the one. The other one's gonna still be there. So, actually, that Rev Ward's just out of range of the ward side.
Oh man.
He is going back in. Yeah, see, he's going to realize it didn't spawn. Now he's like, oh, crap, here they come. Okay, so that camp's also going to be blocked. So, and he has Wild Hunters right here, so not the friendliest start.
So as long as Fuzi keeps lane control bottom, I think he's going to be A-okay.
Zephyr almost died, by the way. What the hell?
Did he really?
Limp's
Wow.
regenning right here. I don't even know. I just click over at him.
Well, that's Magnus against melee heroes.
Yeah.
And a Rhapsody Zephyr, that's not the strongest combo, that's for sure. Man, yeah. Mickey is doing work. He's getting every last hit, just barreling down Zephyr.
So Mickey taking advantage of that, perhaps, again, in that melee matchup especially. But
so I really do think it's safe to say that Hellborn massively outlaned Legion. I think it's going to be important to see if Legion can make it past laning phase, and then how they're going to do mid game with their pretty awesome push lineup.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
Get caught here. Look at that. He used the explosion creep to slow them down, though. Nice hero blocking, though. Coming out from Slap right here. Flux trying to get a range. Not going to be able to happen. In the meantime, the flank coming out between Pearl and Rhapsody. Rhapsody dropping. Engineer is as well. Who go down first? Rhapsody's going to fall. Engineer's going to be fine for now as he pops the health potion. In the meantime, now Ophelia is still chasing Slash. She might be in trouble right here. Yeah, they're going to turn around and collapse on her. Unless Zephyr can maybe help. Even Magnus is here, though. Mickey stuns in. And he gets credit for the kill. And now Pearl is forced to run away.
He is turret first, so that's this is a little bit more difficult to land.
Yeah.
Decent turret though. Decent turret. He may be in trouble still. No.
Rhapsody's here. If they keep going, he might be susceptible to return. There we go. Master of Arms dropping. Gets pushed back right there. Pearl is going to stay alive.
Oh my god.
Master of Arms goes down. Rhapsody picks up Engineer as well. A double tap for Seal Kid. And now Flux is in trouble. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Swiftblade actually goes down to the farming torture up there. But back to Flux right now. You see Pearl applying that slow. That's a Whirl Bubble, I believe. Yeah, I believe it is. Anyways, putting some damage on Akazu. And Flux is going to go down.
Oh, but what's happening?
I don't know. In the middle lane. Hello, crap. Every lane. Everybody dies.
Magnus got solo killed by Zephyr? How is that possible? What's going on here?
Crazy.
Okay. So it looks like top, I think Swiftblade must have manned up against Torture looking at the health. Torture had literally 30 HP.
Yeah.
But his impalement was just too much for Swiftblade to handle, I guess. Wow. And I know that was at the very beginning of the fight, but how Hanskin actually denied his own creep by using that, the R ability on the creep to massively slow them. That was, I mean, it didn't work out in their favor initially, but that was kind of cool. I never knew you could do that.
Yeah, that's that's one of the new creeps, obviously, in that recent jungle change patch, especially. So taking advantage.
I just didn't know you could detonate it yourself.
I guess
that's
that
a cool
works.
mechanic.
Yeah, definitely very useful when you think about it. So making the use of that for the first time we've seen, at least. But again, Swiftblade time top. By the way, Flensmeister is playing the Torturer in the end, so they did kind of swap that up last second. So they ran the farming Torturer instead of the Master of Arms, who obviously is playing the more support style here at the bottom side. But yeah, what about the decision too by CiC to run this aggressive tri-lane? I mean, that's something that's kind of just realizing, but
I think it's fine. They're against a lineup that really can't man up. I mean, I think they have a huge advantage in the tri-lane against what BMG has to offer. I know that exchange didn't go so amazing for them after they got greedy, but that was kind of a misplay on their part. It wasn't really the lineup. Hypothetically, they should be able to lock down Pearl really well.
Yeah, I mean, she does have the push tool, but
yeah, but I mean, 3 stuns in or 2 slows and massive slows in a stun. Yeah, I feel like they should be able to lock him down. They're a little more hesitant right now because of what just happened a minute ago.
Yeah,
which is kind of ridiculous, but.
You see the illusion Zephyr coming over. Limp's trying to even bait something right here, but they're going to realize pretty quickly that is a fake Zephyr, so not the biggest harm done right there. I still can't believe that we're seeing a short lane farming Pearl.
I just don't even know. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just don't even know what to expect or anything. But like you said, as far as the lineup goes, wow, top lane. Swiftblade gets credit, as it looks like the tower dive attempt from Flensmeister unsuccessful right there.
Yeah, he had a fraction of his health left. Important to note that he didn't ulti, so he has that up when Flensmaster comes back to lane. Possibly might use it and get another kill. Also, both heroes bottom, Rhapsody and Pearl, have their boots. They've had them for a while, which makes it that much more difficult for the supports to catch up to them and initiate on them.
Yeah. Pearl gonna go in right here, asphyxiate on a Master of Farm. See right there, the slow comes out. Nice pull though from Flux on his teammate. World Bubble explodes, but not enough for the kill on a Master of Farm. So Ophelia is assisting with that Minotaur, trying to get stun on somebody. Hopefully that Engineer looks like, oh, the Rhapsody stun. Yes, they will pick it up. Maybe, yes. Down goes Engineer. Flux going back in. He releases right there. They want a turn kill on a Pearl. Pearl with the World Bubble. Not going to be in time, though. She falls. And a 1-for-1 exchange is how that will end.
Meanwhile,
what?
Middle, Magnus kills Limp and Limp kills Magnus.
What the heck?
I just like, it's not even our faults that we're missing these kills. It's just so much happening at once.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Man, that was really, really well played by KZ on Flux there. Incredible. Yeah. He saved his Master of Arms like basically twice there. Allowed for the turn kill on Pearl in the end. So, okay.
Using the Flux abilities as far as team assistance, obviously. Not often you would see that, but yeah, as you mentioned, KZ making good use of that right there. But yeah, the middle lane, who got the kill first? Was it Limp? Oh,
that was
no,
Magnus.
Magnus did. I think he did, yeah.
I know before that the Limp got a solo kill. And it's really back and forth middle.
Oh, Mickey stunning in actually, but again, no kill really. Just
I do need to say, I think Magnus has the advantage in this matchup.
Yeah.
At least until Zephyr gets tanky enough to really sustain himself.
Well, he went the Ghost Marchers first, not a huge surprise, but we'll see where he progresses from here.
I think Magnus can keep on just stunning in, just really harassing him that way.
Yeah.
Maybe not kill him, but like just make it so you can't lane. You can stun in and then attack the creeps and then make that volcanic touch.
Uh-oh. Magnus might be in trouble. Swiftblade's here. He has Ghost Marchers. You see Mickey. Did they have vision? They don't have vision, but they know Swiftblade's missing, if anything, so.
Yeah, he needs to bait in the stun. Magnus did just level up Steam Bath, though, so that's going to be much harder to kill.
Yeah.
Of course, they do have all that whirlwind and spin, so it's not too effective.
Engineer's going to rotate over even, but he's still level 2 in the process, so being underleveled. Welcome to trial lane.
Hansen's almost playing, that secondary support right now rather than jungler. Yeah, he's touching the jungle here and there, but he's really active, and I think that's kind of what he needs to do against this tri lane.
Yeah. Top lane Torturer was actually, he kind of went away for the creeps right there. I thought Swiftblade might have even got a chance to slow slashes, but just out of range, so.
He's looking for it, man.
Yeah, he wants
He's
this.
looking, but creepers don't come up, though, so.
Too much right there. Back to.
He's effectively, he's effectively boxing out Torture, though, doing that. What were we going to say?
I was just gonna wonder, farm across the board as far as like Pearl's concerned. 14-1, really not doing too well. Staying alive though. As I say that, in comes the discharge from Flux. The follow-up, she world bubbles away, but it's not gonna be enough. It looks like Soothing Presence heal. No, she doesn't have that. Anyways, she does go down. That was a mana battery heal, but yeah, not nearly enough. So not a whole lot she can do.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot of survivability spells, and she uses them very effectively. But the Flux slow on top of the Moa slow is just way too much for her to handle. And it looks like they're going to be trying to push the lane now. I'm not sure how far they're going to get with this. Actually, it looks like, more so they're just pushing out the lane so they can go back and heal or whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Flux is leading the way overall. 400 gold per minute here for KZ.
Yeah.
Actually had a pretty strong game and going to be going the early Astrolabe, actually. Interesting.
So I know Fuzi is kind of the carry player, but I got to believe, or at least hope, that he's going to go with some utility build. They have Swiftblade and Zephyr to really carry them through the mid-game and late game. So we'll see. I'm sure he will.
This is like that kind of demented shaman short lane where...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I guess you can really relate it back to that.
Yeah. A little more utility, definitely. Sure, that'll happen here from Fuzi, but yeah, still just odd seeing him do it. But he does have that bubble now, and, I'm trying to think of the preservation, how effective that could be against this Hellborn team. It definitely has its good purpose here. It's just really, it's always good against any team, really, I guess, in the end, but it stops
It's such a situational spell, yeah. I mean, it's like, I guess we'll just have to see, like, I think if he plays it correctly in team fights, it can be super effective. Anyways.
Top lane, kind of caught that last second, but big dive there for Swiftblade. Gets the kill, but dies shortly after as a result of the tower dive. You look at Limp, though. Nice job with the gust there. Just in time before he got ganked. As the bottom lane now, Flux is going to be in trouble. The Tornado coming out for the Poacher Lord. Here comes the slow as well from Pearl. The slow applies again, of course. The chase continuing, though, on a Flux. He is so tanky, man. Those bracers and everything. He's going to barely stay alive.
Jeez.
And now here comes Master of Arms to clean everyone out. The preservation doesn't matter right there. 2 players are dead, and now Ophelia's in trouble. Are we going to see a hat trick for Zlapt when it's all said and done? He has a stun coming up in 2 seconds. Hanskin does not have support. There's the stun. Fork gliding on top, and a hat trick for Master of Arms. That did not go as planned.
No, and... Well, I mean, while Legion's team might be pretty defensive, they're not the most offensive-centered pseudo tri-lane, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Albeit, Flux is a tanky mess. Look, he's got 1,300 HP and an Astrolabe now.
Yep. Just finished
So that shows, that Astrolabe really shows that they're going to be looking for that mid-game aggression, too. With the Flux, NG, all the stuns, I mean, just all their heroes are really just centered around that, as they're going to be taking the triple Ancients.
Yeah. Swiftblade actually buying a friggin' Trinket of Restoration himself. So, just getting some minor regen earlier on, I guess. Don't really expect that to turn into anything, but not often you see that, though.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I think he's going to build that into an Abyssal Skull.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Might as well, yeah. That's true.
It also makes sense because they're also looking for the mid-game aggression. Both teams are really... I think Zephyr should be looking for a pretty fast BKB against this team. Or Shrunken Head, sorry. I don't know, I always say that.
Yeah, that's one of those, it's like, people know, I mean.
I feel like that's one of those,
easier
like,
to say. And
the only accepted one.
only understandable, yeah. Helm of the Black Legion, by the way, it looks like is going to be his first item, though. Here, just wants to pull.
I mean, that makes sense, too, but yeah. It's just sometime in the near future.
Well, I don't think the start is definitely going as... I mean... obviously, I assume they wanted a much better start on Pearl, especially, and it's not going the greatest for her. Only 220 gold per minute down here at the bottom side. So Zephyr, sure, he's up there at 380 GPM, but as far as the team makeup around him, it's not really progressing the best. Right? I mean, as you also mentioned with the Ophelia, I mean, she's playing a lot more of a secondary support almost, so she's still only level 5 and not getting much farm either.
I mean, Ophelia was nerfed in the jungle, I would say, with the recent changes, but yeah, 160 GPM obviously is lower than she should be. I mean, not than she should be. I mean, she's in a secondary support role.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's lower than you'd want.
Yeah. Top lane, Swiftblade. They're setting up for another kill up here. The engineer is nearby. That could be the difference maker. Spin comes out there. He throws out the keg. They will get pushed back right there with the discharge, but it doesn't matter. Down goes Torture. Magnus coming in just a little bit too late. So meanwhile, at the bottom lane, the preservation's up. Pearl trying to stay alive. In the meantime, no, it's not going to happen, though. Auto attacks just follow up, and too much pull and push. Can't get away, man. That's what we've been stressing. That's our fourth death of the game already.
Man, Zlapt and KZ are just taking control of bottom. Yeah. They're not even tri-laning down here anymore, really.
Nope. Doing work. And yeah, once again, Pearl just not having much of an impact whatsoever, unfortunately.
Yeah. The good thing about that, though, is in the end, she's kind of, I mean, she is really more centered around being a support hero. You don't really need those items too much.
True.
And looking at her items right now, she already has more than a support could dream of.
That's true, I guess.
Mid-game, she's just going to need to ulti and then, you know, hope for the best.
Yeah. At the same time, again, Swiftblade. Swiftblade's actually not doing too bad, especially with circumstances. He's actually getting close to finishing that Abyssal Skull here. He already has the Hungry Spirit now, and ooh, he finds a... Oh, there we go! He pops the dust! And the Swift Slashes come out. That is a very good use of the dust right there.
So, yeah, I'm assuming he got that from Magnus, but yeah, very good use of the dust. Definitely. Dust is one of those items, man, that I feel like can be picked up, like, legitimately, even without Invis heroes.
Absolutely. I mean, it's right there. It's a perfect example.
Oh, yeah.
Gets you, that's the only reason he got that kill right there, so.
I know I was laning against a Sandwraith and I picked it up, because, you know, I mean, Sandwraith can run to the forest and whatnot with his Desert Curse, and, well, dust, and you see him.
Yep. Top tower? Okay, that is going to be denied. That was really close right there, but they do deny Torture. Not much more he could have done. He's going for that Sacrificial Stone, it looks like, but speaking of more of a utility style of build, that's exactly what he's doing, obviously, with the Flux as well. So, yeah, the team fight presence here for CiC. I mean, it's almost as if this is what you expected out of BMG with their item builds and everything, but CiC's kind of getting it before they are, as far as everything coming together, but...
As they're going to be defending bot tower, I wonder if Hellborn's going to let this get denied. Yeah, they will be. That's a pretty big deal. So while Hellborn is up a fairly reasonable amount, I would say Legion definitely has late game.
Yeah.
Once they get their shrunken heads on Zephyr, and I mean I guess Switchblade has a innate, a built-in shrunken head basically.
Yeah.
They're gonna be looking pretty decent.
He's tanky again, but here we go. Magnus comes in though. He has a stun ready. He puts the stun. Preservation is up right there. Flux is dropping. He is still alive though. Defensive Master's Call comes out. The spin on top. Finally gonna take him out. All 5 are here for the Legion team in the meantime, and now they're gonna be chasing back CiC, but no more to be had there. It looks like so.
Yeah, they just don't have the damage. Or they just didn't have the damage there.
Yeah.
Hellborn.
Almost didn't have the damage to go Flux, but
yeah. So now Flux ult is down. It looks like Legion is looking for a push. No, they're not. I feel like they maybe could have said something. Of course, Magnus does have his portal key, and he's level 11, so that is always dangerous. They're looking for a pick off. He's got his dust ready to pop that with his ultimate. Switchblade, that is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find the opportunity though again. So
I think Legion can be content with just sitting back and farming, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hellborn's got one of those teams where they have amazing ultimate synergy, but once you get shrunken heads on your heroes and you kind of bulk up a little bit to live past the initial burst,
yeah,
you're pretty groovy.
Bottom lane push is coming kind of, but again, a lot of counter push here on the Hellborn side. Obviously, I mean, you just look Master of Arms, Torture, Engineer is just a lot to deal with, so not going to be able to effectively go in there just yet. Switchblade's level 12, by the way, too. He's the highest level in the game right now. And again, just another reason why Jonas Fanny's managed to do actually a very good job considering the circumstances.
Yeah, man, he's catching back up, and Switchblade's one of those heroes who can definitely come back.
Yeah.
His Blade Frenzy's pretty insane for farming.
Yeah.
They are slowly pressuring bottom. I'm not sure if I agree with this decision. Flux ult is back up. I guess Engineer's not level 6, but man, Magnus level 11. Okay, Magnus is middle though. I'm sure that's why they're doing it. I don't even know what I'm talking about. So yeah, there's
portal key on Magnus, by the way. I don't know if we talked about that yet, but
yeah, he's got.
Oh, bottom lane. Rhapsody's going to be found right here. You see the World Bubble coming down. Preservation's put down, but Rhapsody's nowhere near it, unfortunately. In the meantime, though, the response is coming further, as now Engineer's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Flux dropping. Big stun in from Magnus with the eruption. Down goes Ophelia. Takes out the Catman champion. But the chase is not done just yet. Oh, wow. There's a pause. Like, did I freeze or something? I didn't even realize.
We see a Switchblade in the back lines. Is that, I can't tell how long that ult's been going, but it looks like Flux is in some serious danger. He's also got a spin afterwards, so gotta believe that Flux is dead here.
Oh, he just used that. It's 120-second cooldown right now, so.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
like the first bounce, I believe.
Well, even with that, I mean, a level 11 ulti, can probably kill solo Flux. I mean,
can it?
Okay, so
he does have 10 charges on his mana battery,
good
power supply.
Even if it barely doesn't, he's got his Blade Frenzy afterwards, as well as his dust.
That is true. Oh yeah, what an awkward pause time right there. But again, the Magma's done pretty big, but at the same time, they only got the 1 kill out of it, other than the Ophelia, and again, now they're on the run here. So this is going to be interesting, though, to see how this does play out. I mean, they don't really have much. Now, I will say Flensmeister is good to go. He's ready to fight here.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm more so looking at, okay, the Zephyr and the Pearl, I don't think they can really chase. I don't think they can make anything of this. It's going to be interesting to see how the Switchblade plays out. Switchblade being there. Now, Zephyr still does have his ulti, but he doesn't have his Gust for another 10 seconds, which is what he really needs right now. I feel like CiC always has these did CiC pause? They did.
They did,
I feel like CiC always pauses at these times.
Yeah.
Is it just me?
I think Keizu, for some reason, he apparently I believe he's the one that DC'd once again, unfortunately, and
yeah, no, it is crappy.
Like has a quick DC and it happened, so
it makes sense why they pause, no doubt. Just it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate time. Okay, here we go though. Let's watch Flux here in the background. Yeah, there's the Sosage bounces. The spin comes out. Deep in the Master's Call going to be used right there. Switchblade running away, spinning on top of Master of Arms, but he keeps on running. In comes a Typhoon, though, from Zephyr on top of Magnus right there. But, of course, he has a Lava Surge. This is going to be fine initially. Torture it now. 6-8 comes on him. Pearl in the background gets pushed away, but down goes Torture right there. It's actually good positioning with the Gust, and at least they get the 1 kill. So Flux survives, but Torture goes down.
So good engagement by Legion in the end, but I got to believe that Flux might have died if there was no pause. The defensive call came out, directly, the perfect second. in the heat of the battle, that defensive call may have not came out.
Yeah. Oh, I 100% agree. And that just the whole circumstance of falling back to his team and everything. So,
Yep.
Zephyr just has some illusions over here. They don't bait on it, though. They know that the Ancients are being done. They want to try to get there in time. They lose a couple, but at least they can clean up the bigger ones here before they're taken from them. So, good job.
And, you know, again, even when you're breaking even on Legion, I feel like it's in your advantage. They do have the late game.
Yeah, the Legion team, as far as that's concerned. I mean, the Shrunken Head, you were talking about that, especially on Zephyr. And he's got a Mighty Blade, so... does he have the Warhammer as well? Something's being delivered. Okay, that's just a Homecoming Stone. But at least has a Mighty Blade, and again, so Shrunken Head...
Yeah, I've got to believe that's going for a Shrunken Head. I don't think he'd go for an Ice Brand first.
No. So Pearl has 1,600 gold now. Let's see what she maybe gets here. In the near future.
Yeah, do they have an Astrolabe that they... Looks like Ophelia's working on that. I wonder... What would be good on her? I really can't think of something right now.
On Pearl? I mean, yeah, I would just think
like there is,
like your tablets.
I mean, like, yeah, is a portal key legitimate?
See, that's what I was saying. This Hellborn team, they don't scream like they're not like oh, you're going to be able to stop some huge range casting abilities. Auto attack, sure, it's still good for, but like, so to be able to position yourself for, I will say it's good for initiating with the World Bubble though, maybe. So.
Well, imagine if she got like a portal key in Shrunken Head. She could blink into the NG ultimate, you know, which like they want to flux ulti into.
Yeah.
And just use her ultimate in there, and she'll counter out their entire combo. I would think.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. Oh, Zephyr top lane. He gets pulled in, and well, 3 versus 1. They come out on top there. Good find on their part at the top side.
He was way up there, wasn't he?
Yeah, by himself.
I mean, which kind of makes you question it a little bit, because I mean they have a lot of jump on with Magnus, portal key, and whatnot. Flux ulti. He didn't even use it. Look, NG's invis bottom, possible pickoff. Come here. If he ultis this, I think they.
Ophelia
ulti is down.
Yeah, it is. That's true. Unless they dust here randomly or Rev Ward, maybe that would be epic.
Let's say they're running away. So okay, there is a Rev Ward if Engineer runs past that. He has good presence of mind though, knowing that that is a commonly worded spot. Not running past there.
Yeah, he's just gonna.
So he does have the invis in his Ion Stone as well.
Oh, true.
It's 20 seconds left on the original invis, but yeah, he does have a little grace period with the Ion Stone.
Yeah. Ion Stone, that seems like the most OP, not OP I guess, but just powerful rune to get with the Ion Stone, because the effect is the same as it would be with the bottle, of course, unlike the other ones.
2 sec. Yeah.
I was gonna say what just oh yeah, Fuzi, he gets the portal key by the way, so Squirrel does.
Oh, okay.
So like
okay.
yeah, like I said, I can see it for the World Bubble initiation. All else, like I said, the preservation kind of counter the flux ulti. So
there isn't some like massive damage ulti, but like all their ultis are AoE and synergize really well on Hellborn, and that's what he's trying to stop. I gotta believe that next he's going for Shrunken Head, so he can really get in there. Because you know, at the moment he can't really effectively blink into Inchi's ultimate without getting perplexed.
Oh, true, yeah. Energizer finished later on from Swiftblade, but how's that now? Wants more phase effect and just burst for the team. Speed burst, that is.
So Saxton and Torture, he's not going the super carrier route, you know, as in Grimoire, which
no.
I'm not a fan of Grimoire and Torture in the first place, but I think he's definitely going for, you know, centering all their items around that mid game.
Which we're quickly approaching here.
Yep. I think we're there.
So yeah, basically here, even if you want to call it that. So this is where CiC Esports, if they are going to win this game, this is where you think they would start really shining here. But
interesting to note, Legion has 0 towers so far. Looks like they might be getting top tower, but they're trading Congo for that top tower.
That's true. Yeah, there you go. Like you said, Conquer being attempted, and they do kind of have vision. I gotta think Seal could maybe at least solve this Master of Arms here with that ward, and yeah, they might have an idea, but if anything, they might know they're too late. So
it is too late. Yup. So I'm not sure who they're gonna give this on to Hellborn. Okay, Torture, definitely. Yeah. Yup, definitely.
One of the better ones, you think?
He is.
Especially in farming Torture. So yeah, probably gonna go on him. Drops the Homecoming Stone. There you go. And back to continuing farm. Now, Shrunken Head is going to be purchased by Limp right here in the meantime. He's got at least the gold for it, so I assume
it's an awesome pickup against this Hellborn team.
Yeah.
They're going to have a really hard time dealing with the Zephyr now. He actually kind of wants to be pulled in.
Yeah.
get me in the
Exactly.
fight, and then he just goes, wrecks them. I really do think so. Legion came out of laning phase relatively well. They're down a little bit, which actually they've completely closed the gap, and they're actually up in experience. But I believe that their mid or later game presence is definitely trumps Hellborn's.
Yeah. Oh, that was Ophelia's touch coming out, but I guess just to heal the creeps there, if anything.
Yeah. I didn't see how low the creeps were, but
Yeah.
I can't really 100% agree with that.
No reason other than that I can see. So.
I mean, you really need that for upcoming team fights. Now they don't really want to fight for 100 seconds, which I guess they don't really want to fight in general because there's a token. But
Oh, Swift Blade haste rune. That Swift Slash is on top of Engineer. Basically all bounces. Now Demons of Master's Call comes out, but Engineer is going to be finishing thing. Yes, he goes down right there. Another thing to note, by the way, Asphyxiate, it does purge. So things like the Master's Call, that is very powerful. Big stunning from Magnus right there, but not really the biggest because the heroes aren't really there, more so on the minions. Here comes that Golden Zephyr, though. Preservation put up in the back, kind of disorienting the team a little bit. Torture, he's trying to just kite around this tower, and he will be successful with that, as actually, nice pushback right there with the World Bubble, right as Magnus was going in with the Eruption. Perfect timing, and that stalls any other efforts.
yeah, I mean, a lot. To be honest though, that Pearl ulti, I'm not so sure about that, and the Magnus ulti as well, whiffed. It's kind of some. I guess that's partially because teams were kind of going back and forth, kind of almost undecided as what they wanted to do.
Well, yeah, that kind of just hit me as I saw that right there. Hey, it's the Master of Arms, which was final pick. Not to say that you don't want to pick up Master of Arms for that reason, but yeah, it could definitely just be easily purged off with that Asphyxiate, of course, coming out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, it's ultimate. It's a big reason why you pick them. Such an easy, as well as never mind.
Well, there's always other stuff to think about too. I mean, there's obviously a lot of other buffs that can come up, but still, that's a big one here. Firebrand has been picked up by Swiftblade. He had that going into the last fight, but just a farming tool here.
I'm trying to think about it. I would have liked to see Hellborn pick up something that kind of goes in the late game a little more. They can also get a Shrunken Head, really benefit from that. Because right now they're kind of on a watch. I feel like.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll prove me wrong, but I really do feel like they're gonna have issues late game.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's a very safe assumption here, honestly. You look at this Hellborn team, yeah, they're late game potential themselves, not a whole lot. I mean, Gnome's Wisdom purchased by Torture, very interesting pickup there.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I would like to see like a Bushwhack or something against that Swiftblade. I mean, really, he can escape the Swiftblade and spin really easily in lane.
Yeah.
They have no jungler, so he takes off in the jungle super quickly, super early on. So I feel like he would have owned his matchup and then got really big. Anyways, that's all retrospect. Hellborn is pushing out middle. They're going to try to use their token. It's only got a minute and 15 seconds left.
They thought that was a real thing, but it was just a lava surge used, so that's good for their sake.
So so Legion's just like, you know what, take our towers, you have token for like a minute left. I gotta believe that they wrote the time or something, and they're just split farming.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna try to slow down the push. You can't get base tower, but
obviously. Level 16 Zephyr.
Yeah.
That Typhoon going to be using on Torch right here, most likely. He's dropping quickly. No Typhoon coming out, but Energy Field's going to be coming out again. He had a token. It's actually going to be wearing off for 40 seconds.
Still going top.
That's true, yeah.
Just totally maximizing farm. Look at the golden experience lead now from them. They gained so much from that. Just by split pushing.
Yeah, 5,300 experience lead now all of a sudden. Going up quite a bit. So yeah, Swiftblade, another 1,800 gold saved up on him, and yeah, they saved their base, if anything, which is obviously the important part. Got a half-life, but not a big deal. Torture's going to probably end up dying here, if anything, to Ancients. Wants to. Yeah, might actually kill him first.
Yeah.
I would think you'd want to die first. Okay, there you go.
There we go.
There you go. As they're pushing middle in the meantime.
They're letting middle go. I mean, Hellborn has to, I'm just trying to think. So, I mean, they really need to just try to fight them or defend towers or something. BMG is doing such an amazing job at dodging these fights they don't want to take and just split farming. And it just benefits them that much more than the fact that they have late game.
Yeah. Hanskin here, he's Got the Astrolabe, the Rigosaurus right now, so he had a very slow start, but also almost level 11, kind of recovered there, really.
Yep, he's definitely recovered. In the end, Philia's, the main thing about Philia is her minions and her ultimate, which don't really need items.
Very, very true. Tablet, the follow-up for Fuzi, by the way. So.
Yeah, I like it. I do want to see like a Shrunken Head next, though. I mean, Fuzi's definitely going utility as expected. That's good.
Let's see if he gets that Shrunken Head or not, like you're suggesting earlier. The Firebrand, of course, on Zephyr in the meantime. What do you think? That's just full Dawnbringer here?
Yeah, I would think Dawnbringer. Just pretty standard, good item choice. Look, possible initiation on Flux bottom.
Oh.
Good portal key. Wow, that's quickly.
Yep.
They both have lane wards down here. Just both teams. Even though I gotta believe that the hero just spotted the aggression. So yeah, I mean, I guess Legion's gonna try to push bottom. They don't need to, I don't feel like, but they do have their Shrunken Heads up. So, great
Typhoon
bust.
coming out. Yeah, hits the 2 right there. Engineer is gonna live though with Master of Farms. So he used the Typhoon, that is on cooldown.
Ultimate coming in by Magnus.
There we go, Magnus does it with the eruption right here, hits a couple, Swift Leg over the point, no, he comes back in there, Preservation's used right there, disorienting once again, the Hellborn team is fixated on Master of Arms, it looks like, and Magnus will fall. Energy Field is put down though, stalling the Legion team, there's the pull-in, but not really the most effective, as they fight right through it. Buybacks, by the way, happening on Magnus in the background, Swift Slash is going around, a lot of creeps on Magnus, stuns back in, Torture is dropping quick on the midst of it all, Torture is going to end up falling, Swift Blade will go down though, and it looks like actually CiC Esports is going to come out on top. Zlaps gets a double tap. They're going to get another one there. He finishes with a hat trick out of nowhere, and it's not over just yet. Zephyr's going to be chased here. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away. Magnus going to go for some hero block. He needs to be careful, though. He's taking a lot of damage himself, but here comes the teamwork now. Magnus, he missed the gust. Limp misses the gust for the kill, and he gets caught on once again. It's going to be a genocide for CiC Esports.
Slap is champion of Newerth with the quad kill. I can't believe they won that fight. I was going to say it's going so well. I thought that was a huge ultimate by Pearl. Magnus did buyback, and they used a lot to take down Magnus initially. I think that Magnus buyback was unquestionably the reason for that huge turnaround. So well played by Mickey.
I think not having the Typhoon really either. I mean, he used it very early before the fight even happened.
Well, exactly, yeah. They used so much to kill Magnus initially. And then he just pops right back up with the buyback. But yeah, that was a big deal, for sure, the Typhoon.
Well. CiC Esports winning a big fight down there. But again, you kind of feel like the overall picture, though. It's like, is that really the starter now for CiC to start pushing forward? I don't think it is. I mean, it's not like they can go full force now into the base.
I mean, we still have that problem of the whole late game, but you know what? That's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
And it's not like their team's like worthless, in later games. Just they kind of have to bait out the Shrunken Heads, play around that, and that's really what they did. Zephyr popped his Shrunken Head pretty early on.
Don't they have to kind of get some carry presence here? Like, should they? This Master of Arms, for example, should he start building more of like a Firebrand and Null Fireblade, just more of an aggressive combat build?
I mean, after all these kills he's got, he kind of has some of the goal to do that. Maybe, I guess, depending on the how he keeps on farming.
Yeah.
I guess they are. I mean, Torture does go fairly well. He's farming all right. Magnus looks like he's going for a Sheepstick next. They're all going for utility items, which I can't 100% disagree with because of the heroes they have. But in the end, where's the damage going to be coming from? That's the question. Yeah, I see. I mean, maybe Moa could start going, kind of that carry role. I'm not really sure though. He doesn't really have the farm to.
That's all I'm saying, because like you got a Torture here. It's just continuing to understand with his build, more of a utility kind of just tank support for the team almost. And again, going to be applying plenty of damage, sure, but it keeps going back to will they have enough damage as this game gets later and later on in this at this point. But well,
yeah. I guess we'll have to find out, but
I mean, they got Sheepstick in the work on Magnus. I think maybe Torture's going to also be going to Sheepstick here.
I mean, like if they do bait out the Blade Frenzy from Swiftblade and the Shrunken Head from Zephyr, they have a ton of magic damage and a ton of lockdown. It's going to really come down to CiC out playing BMG, I think, but they can do it. They could do it. Zephyr is going that Dawnbringer.
Fuzu sitting on 2,300. Excuse me, 2,300 gold. So getting the idea of that shrunken head.
I think that would be a very good item pickup. I don't really see. It's a very safe item pickup, and they can get away with safe at this point.
Yeah. I love this mine trap here from Engineer just above the Hellborn Ancients. It's got looks like 9 mines there. So
support always has these awesome mine traps. You don't always see them work out, but I'm just waiting for the day.
It's gonna happen.
Like the Annihilation mine trap.
I don't know if
it's very possible, though. I mean, they are. I mean, that's a very good spot. I think. I mean,
they're not about to they're going for him. Discharge was used. Will it be enough damage? Is the question, though. Once again, he uses Swift Slashes, bouncing around a lot of targets, though. That was on purpose of the Hellborn team. Good coordination on their part. Even the massive call comes in, and Swiftblade is going to fall. So it took 4 heroes in the end, but again, great play on their part.
Very well played by grouping up like that to really have the Blade Frenzy spread out. They didn't panic. They just grouped up, and it was mitigated. Zephyr is split pushing top. Meanwhile, so Magnus trying to defend that.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you made a point earlier, and even kind of still stress it. It's like this Legion team. It took them a while to even get their first tower kill, and they still have 2 outer towers up that they need to kill. When you look at their lineup, it seems like a team that would be able to clean up the 6 towers within the first 20 minutes, even. But
it is a team that can easily barrel down those towers. But there's like the other point where do they really need to? Do they need to force it? And also, the Hellborn is very good at defending these towers with all these massive ultimates. Namely the Magnus, I would say, the Magnus ultimate. If you're clumped up to pushing a tower, you can get ruined by that.
Yeah,
Kongor is up. That didn't really have a huge. Didn't make a huge impact last time. The token, at least, it actually kind of forced CiC into a awkward position. Like they felt like they had to push a tower, and then they actually lost more resources from it. As Moa picks up an eye, so it looks like he's definitely not going that carry route. I would assume he wouldn't, otherwise he wouldn't pick up the eye. I do like that decision though. They feel like, again, they're on the clock. I know I'm stressing it so much, but might as well get map control and just try to force the situation now.
Yeah,
looking eye is a great way of doing that.
There goes Kongor once again. The Sheepstick just finished on Magnus, by the way, going into this. Shrunken head on Torture also big.
Yeah, Flux is going demonic route. It's like Borg, I gotta agree with that. Tanking up. They have Legion has no idea. They actually have a ward down here, but I don't know, like south of Kongor, but that doesn't see Hellborn entering. Might actually. Yeah.
There you go.
So,
well, now they know.
That is a big deal. I know last token wasn't a huge, didn't really play into effect, but that is still a big deal. Hellborn can take these fights now for at least 5 minutes.
Yeah. Again, especially on a farm torture, he's one of the scarier heroes in the game that can have that token alive, so because of the quick reset value.
So Magnus does have a Sheepstick now. I don't know if you touched on that.
Yep, just got that.
So if they can possibly, I would probably look for Sheeping Swiftblade before he can spin or get off his ultimate. If they can drop him before any of that, which they very well can, that's gonna be a huge deal. Look for Pearl to try to, counter initiate with their ultimate though. It's gonna be not the easiest thing. So she does have 4,300 gold and no Shrunken Head. You would imagine that she would buy that if she was going for that.
Yeah, he's... Hey, maybe just a straight Sheepstick even at this point. I mean, Portal Key Sheepstick always a very strong combo, so...
Yeah, it is, but like there's no target where you're just like, I need the Sheepstick. We need to get a Sheepstick for this target.
Okay.
She does get Shrunken Head. I totally agree with that.
There you go.
Just saving up excess gold.
It looks
for
like
some reason.
Swiftblade might also be going that Shrunken next.
Yeah, I think that's also a good decision, to be honest.
Yeah. Even though he has that spin.
Even though, yeah, because all Hellborn has is magic damage.
Yeah. Oh, you saw right there. Pearl tried to use the portal key to world bubble for it or something. But...
Yeah, Torch's got to make sure she doesn't die like inside their base, because that generally leans towards a really bad.
Oh yeah, Preservation comes up right as he resurrects. That could really screw them up.
Yeah. I don't think Pearl. Never mind. She did show her Shrunken Head, but Hellborn's got to know that's up and know that their combo is kind of voided now.
Yeah.
Like they can't, because I think when NG ults, she's gonna blink in Shrunken Head or Shrunken Head blink in and use her ultimate right in the NG ultimate.
Yeah.
And really negate it completely.
There we go, gust in, but again pulled back. Pushed and pulled, pushed and pulled.
Meanwhile,
yeah.
look at top. Look at top.
Just having a good time. He's
these
keeping
guys
them occupied.
Yep, and he's got a Shrunken Head now if he wants it, if he wants to teleport back. And BMG is so good at this. Man, like, ugh. It's really frustrating to play against because...
it's just like, what do we do? Yeah.
Yep, they're constantly just maximizing
again,
farm.
Torch are going to be pulled in right here. He's going to fall. He's going to die this time. All right, can they capitalize now? I'm waiting for Pearl. Pearl's going to jump into the background. She uses the World Bubble right there. No preservation just yet. Magnus does it. There's the preservation, pushing them backwards. The energy field comes out on Zephyr, the golden Zephyr. In the midst of it all, Flux is going to end up falling. The Swift Slash is bouncing around left and right. Engineer goes down, and BMG, they do hold right here, and they're going to push back CiC Esports asphyxiate on a Torture. Nice line stuff from Mickey right there. They're going for the turn. The line's down, doing big work right here. Swiftplay's barely alive. He is going to fall. Torture does go down, though, and Zephyr still going to be the giant that he is. Master of Arms somehow still alive. I don't think so. The Tornadoes, if anything. There you go. The Gust, the hat trick, and Bad Monkey Gaming. A genocide. A one-man surviving. But guess what? It's
that went so well for CiC. I mean, I know they lost it in the end. I just feel like that was so
horrible. They almost
horrible.
turned it. The Magnus stun there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way they're going to kill that, kill Limp, but I mean, it wasn't the absolute worst fight in the world. I thought it was going to be so bad. Like, Torture died, and then they were forced to initiate basically there.
Yeah.
Allowing Pearl to have an awesome
like we said, I mean, it was so obvious what was going to happen. Pearl just easily jumped in there, World Bubble, Preservation. I mean,
I feel like both times these tokens have actually have had a negative impact on CiC.
True.
Forcing them into these situations that otherwise they wouldn't be in.
No buybacks used throughout all that fighting there. Of course, the Magnus buyback was earlier, so... A full demonic just right-click by Zephyr in the meantime.
Oh, man.
Yep, he's starting to get to that point.
It's that point now, yep. Yeah.
You saw a hard rush for them to kill him last fight.
I mean, demonic is an interesting item in this matchup, though. I mean, they don't really have the most physical damage. I do still agree with it in the end, but... It's not as effective against some other lineups, I would think.
Yeah. Still good, but yeah, it's not like a pestilent soul stealer lineup you're facing over here by any means. But
right.
Still good to have, and obviously good assistance even for like your Swiftblade.
But as you saw there, I mean, Swiftblade and Zephyr didn't. I guess Swiftblade died in the end, but they could really have free reign of whatever they wanted to do for the first 10 seconds because of their shrunken heads. I guess Swiftblade even longer with the Braid Frenzy. Did he ultimate there? It's
Swiftblade?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, I was bouncing around earlier on in the fight.
He did? Okay, yeah, I just didn't remember.
Yes, sirree. I want to see a staff of the Master on Swiftblade.
Yeah.
What does the cooldown go down to? It doesn't say actually on the tooltip. I wonder what it...
I wish it did say.
We're cooldown to 90 seconds. Okay,
oh,
yeah,
it does say.
From 8 to 10 down to 90 seconds.
So it goes down 30 seconds. That doesn't seem like the best staff effect. To be honest.
It really isn't that good. I thought it was actually better.
I thought it was better than that.
Screw
I really
that.
did. I thought it was
Don't
better
go
than
staff. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Go Resto Stone though. That you should do.
If you go Resto Stone, you might as well get staff.
True.
At that point.
I guess. Yeah, he's just farming away at the top lane again. Here he has another 2,000 gold saved up. Zephyr bottom lane. He's going to run into Magnus by himself. This is kind of awkward. Magnus should be fine, but just stun away. So Zephyr, again, he's just so... Even if all 5 came down here, still even have a tough time killing him.
So I wonder what Tor's going to get next. He is pulling up quite a bit of gold.
I mean, it's got to be a sheep stick. Like...
Yeah... I don't know. Like, Sheepstick's good but if you get the initiation, but if they have shrunken heads, then you're in the same problem.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of wasted gold. I'm having a hard time thinking, like, what I would go.
Oh, yeah. Maybe just like a Behemothar, just tank.
Yeah, there's like a possibility of a Shiva's Guard, but then again, that's kind of really only mitigating for Swiftblade. I guess Zephyr is at that point, though, where he is a physical damage threat. A little bit, at least.
Yeah. See bottom lane, BMG is kind of pushing up a little bit here and knowing that they're not in a huge rush, but it's going to kind of poke at CiC and probably pushing this bottom tower. Go for it. Yeah, Magnus here to defend, though. Not going to happen just yet. Yeah, the fact that a tower still even remains is crazy. But again, that's like you said earlier, it's not like they absolutely need to. Another mine trap going down. Uh-oh. Engineer. There's only a couple mines. Unfortunately, not a full mine trap.
Oh, sad days.
Yeah.
I gotta mention, throughout this entire game, even though they've been in a kind of difficult situation, Hellborn's or CiC's had really good vision up. They know exactly where Legion is as they can. I guess it's partly due to the eye. I guess they rebought that. Ref said he doesn't. Never mind. That's BMG rebought it. I'm stupid. Or they picked it up.
Yeah,
rather.
they just picked it up. Yeah.
But so that's gonna make it more difficult for CiC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of passive. BMG's just kind of farming. They're fine with that.
Flux up here just discharging, both for vision, but I think he also saw Zephyr nearby, so I'm making sure. Sheepstick just finished on Torture, so again, he does have that now. But
okay. I mean, I can't totally disagree with it, but they are going to need to look for the initiation before they can Legion or BMG can get their striking heads and whatnot let off. Zephyr's just tanking up right now.
Yep.
For the heart.
No big deal. You're not going to kill him even more.
Yeah, he did sell his vestments for that. So if they do catch him, he does not have his vestments now. And I would say like the effective HP with that vestments is about the same as that Axe and Malphite, or about the same as the heart.
It's crazy to think, but yeah, with their makeup especially.
Yep, exactly.
That is true. But again, yeah, seeing a 3100 life Zephyr, Dawnbringer, full demonic. Scary stuff. So CiC again.
Yeah.
You think that you figure they only have like one fight left in them, and it needs to go very well at this point. Which can happen. Oh, the mines! Not a big deal. That tickles him. Steals their ancients in the process. Magnus is trying to be crafty down here. World Bubble comes out. I think he should be fine preservation, maybe? I don't know if that would stop the TP.
I think it would. I would have to believe it, right? Stuns and knocks back enemies in radius.
Stun? It pushes enemies. What does it say?
Now, with that said, though,
Stuns
I don't
and
even
knocks
think they would.
back, yeah.
Yeah, so it would have stunned. It would have stopped it, but I don't. They had no one else there. There's a Magnus. Just stun out and PK, and then your ultimate's down.
Yeah, true. It probably wasn't worth it.
It's a good idea, though. I mean, he would have no TP. I mean, you never know.
Well, didn't go for it in the end, actually. Oh, he's in trouble. The portal Q was not the best right there, but he should be fine, yeah. They can't stop that. The shrunken head. Good getaway.
As we see, Casey's kind of going. He's going for that Frostwolf skull now. I gotta believe. He's kind of a little bit more going to that late game after Frostwolf. Maybe the full demonic. Not a late game hero, obviously, but any hero with items is something to note. DD bottom, and the third Kongor is up. Is this gonna be?
He's doing the Ion Stone right here. Did they buy a bottle? I think they bought a bottle.
I think they just need to go. Legion doesn't, or BMG doesn't have any direct vision of Kongor. They might expect it.
They're going to Zephyr. I do not know about this. It's Zephyr. Oh boy, here comes the team support. Preservation comes out. All of a sudden, Flux is in a horrible spot. Energy Field's not doing the best right here. Casey's just locked down completely. He is not going to be able to take up much longer. Chain Reaction's coming out. He's almost still alive. Well, beautiful World Bubble right there. And sets up the easy kill. So yeah, I didn't know about them in the first place. Big stun and no from Magnus. Do they have enough follow-ups to question? Down goes Rhapsody. Down goes actually Ophelia as well. Zephyr is dropping right here, but Switchblade now in the party doing the spin. Torch is going to end up falling, it looks like. Zephyr barely stays alive. The Cyclone's just enough. And now Switchblade and actually Pearl are going to be manning up right here and looking to do work. And now Zephyr joining back into the fight. Not sure what Engineer's thinking right there. He got Talboted, I guess. But yeah,
he was trying to teleport out, but...
And that's the end of that.
That was so close to good on Hellborn. Something to note, like Flux, that ultimate, he pushed everyone back, and like it looked like he was safe, but no, the Ophelia creeps do not get pushed back, and Hanskin had the perfect makeup of Skeleton Kings and Minotaurs and held him down for just long enough.
Yeah, he was just locked.
Yeah, really well played by Hanskin at that point.
But I mean, you gotta question that jump though. I mean,
no.
Zephyr at the middle of the mid lane. I don't know about that. Pearl. This is interesting. She's going to get sheeped right here. Magnus, he wants to steal, but his portal key is up. Mickey's going for the steal, baby. He's looking for the big plays. He goes in right there. Did he get it? He got bananas. No, he got the token. He gets the token. Will this matter? That was the question. He is going to fall. Token, of course, back up. Switchblade and Zephyr are going to have to run away.
Is down in a second.
He has Portal Key in
seconds.
1 second right here. Is Mickey manning up? No.
Way too tanky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is questionable going as Zephyr always. But their rationale, I gotta believe, is we just a few, 10 seconds ago or so, or 30 seconds ago, Pearl TP'd away and used Shrunken Head.
Yeah.
And they just gotta take risks. They didn't have any vision up. They just kind of hope for the best, I guess. And that's all about taking risks.
Yeah.
Sometimes doesn't pay off.
You know what's kind of just hitting me? This was even brought up in chat a little bit. Have you seen a Rhapsody Ultimate yet? I don't know if I've seen a Rhapsody Ultimate yet.
I haven't. I
kind of forgot she was in the game, honestly, because we're so used to seeing that in team fights.
I haven't. I don't think I've seen.
So I don't know if they've just been doing a good job of locking her down, or if she just hasn't been using it for the opportunities.
To be fair, it's really tough for her to ultimate against the Hellborn's team. She has no Shrunken Head.
Yeah, true.
We've been seeing these awesome Pearl ultis, but that's because she has a Portal Key Shrunken Head. I mean. But yeah, no, I don't think I've seen it.
Kind of just hit me.
I do gotta say, if we haven't seen it, I think it's because Hellborn's team is so strong against
Obviously,
it.
Obviously, Silk knows what he's doing, but
yeah, that is interesting.
Kind of funny to note. Bananas, by the way, are on Swift Plate, so even though the token was stolen, it was used right away, and they did get bananas out of it. So
yeah, in the end. Yep.
Very worthwhile.
And bananas do not go away, and that's something to know. Arguably, especially with this change, the 5-minute change, arguably bananas may be better.
Oh yeah, I think that's a very worthy argument. Kenshiro, by the way, just finished by Swiftblade in the meantime too. So extra damage.
Yep.
See, I think the Hellborn team's getting desperate here, and they might actually get a couple picks in the meantime. Ophelia's going to end up dropping. He did port back, who was that? That was
Pearl. He ported back Pearl.
Yeah,
wow,
so
that was
good timing
really
there.
Fast reactions by Hanskin. Well played. They almost had him.
Saves his teammate, so he does have a buyback. Obviously, he won't have his creeps, but still, he has his ultimate.
So, that looked pretty cool, but not the biggest deal. Hanskin has a buyback. You can buyback ultimate if he needs to. Flux ultimate is down for 30 seconds. I do see that tower, though. I mean, look at the experience, though. I know it's not experience is by far not a big deal in this game, but it just kind of shows the momentum. CiC's holding in. They're not doing that bad.
They really are. Yeah, you look at these late game potentials of the lineup, and you would think that by now BMG would be able to start just rolling over. But true, I mean,
yeah.
Esports
And then you look at Zephyr. He's not like the most tremendous late game.
True.
I mean, compared to Hellborn's heroes, yeah, maybe, but
another double damage here. God. He's gonna Ion Stone it once again, and then there's the bottle up. Obviously no Congra though. Spider mines are out.
Yeah, man. I think it's kind of too late for that, to be honest. I mean, some support would have to run by it. Maybe Rhapsody is about to get an awesome ultimate off, and then she hits those.
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen.
You can only place 9. That's right. I thought for some reason you could place 10 mines, but no, only 9 mines.
Only 9. Maybe 10 would be the game breaker.
Yeah, exactly. Balance, We gotta have balance here.
Yep.
They're so powerful. All right. Abyssal Skull just finished on Ophelia. That's going to allow Swiftblade to buy something else, so it's a good choice there in that sense. Freeing up his inventory.
You know what? Looking at the experience, they keep on going up and up and up. And I know experience is not a big deal, but that just shows they do have kind of map control right now. They're out farming their team, their enemy.
Well, it can be deceiving though, Maesty, because again, they do have level 25 Zephyr and Swiftblade, and that's where it stops. So when you do think about it in that perspective.
That is a good point. That's a very good point. I mean,
they're going to get a catch here. Torture is in a lot of trouble. Oh, the tablet, though. Just over the ledge. That was close.
Yeah, that wasn't even his tablet. Who tableted him?
That was Magnus, I believe.
Wow, well played. That was good communication right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had enough trust in his teammate to just, stand on that ledge and get the tablet. Awesome. And also, it's not the Swiftblade ulti. That's down for 90 seconds. Not the longest thing.
True. Again,
the thing is, they're so scared to fight because of the bananas, and that's not going to
That's not going to change, yeah. It's like, as you said earlier, those do not go away, so. But hey, again, CiC's, I think it's safe to say they've been hanging in here a lot better than any other team would, honestly, against BMG and how the game's been going, so. Who are we to question and argue that, but.
They're forcing it, though.
Oh, man, here we go.
No Shrunken.
No, the World Bubble misses, actually. Shrunken used by Pearl, so.
That is a big deal.
Doesn't have that now.
Fairly big deal, at least.
Yeah.
Zephyr is basically capped out. I guess he can sell his helmet Black Legion. But after that, he's just saving for buybacks.
Get a Wingbow next. Oh.
Man, these tablets coming out. Look at that.
The teamwork is off the charts. Swiftblade with the
no one
Kajiro.
behind.
Yeah, they are. The team, they are really doing a good job of that. They definitely are. Swiftblade was Conjuring in, but he couldn't find an ulti. Look at that. Just keep on spreading out, man. Flux is like, I'll help you. Oh my god.
You know tablets, so might as well pull you.
Yeah,
It's great.
Ridiculous.
In the end, though, I mean, it looks fancy, but it's not really.
Yeah.
Not causing any advantage.
Still think BMG is fine. 5,000 gold on Zephyr.
This is insane.
Again, he has those options, so.
What would he go
Wingbow might
next?
not be the best this game, I guess, but.
Butterfly, maybe.
Yeah. You mean Wingbow?
Yeah, Wingbow.
Oh, discharge, so they can see through the invis, but okay, Swiftblade kind of going back and forth. Magma stuns on a Pearl. Will they commit to this? They are. Sheepstick comes out. The full team is here. Pearl, can she get the preservation off? She can't get the preservation. There's the protective melody. The first one that we've seen in the game, at least. And it's nearly a full duration. And guess what? The Legion team staying alive. Big time. Magma stuns back in, though, with the eruption. The bird, he's not dropping too fast, though, in the background. Swiftblade sitting on top of Master of Arms. And it looks like BMG just simply too strong here in this fight. They were able to get their cooldowns off.
As we see Swiftblade chasing Mo, he's in trouble. Oh, nice teleport. Good use of fog. He's gonna live. But man, that Pearl almost died, and if he died, that would have been a different fight. I gotta believe it. Pearl got his ultimate off, which was so massive, right in the middle of the energy field, just completely negating their entire combo.
Yeah.
So that was really unfortunate. The guys are gonna be pushing, rightfully so. Hellborn cannot do it.
Do have buybacks, but no eruption on Magnus. But,
he's gonna need to buy back. Just cause. He needs to.
The Max goes down. There's a pull, and there's a buyback. Waiting for the right time, I guess. But the Shuriken just activated by Zephyr. All over the place. In fact, Master of Arms, he is going to be fine. There's a beautiful line stun, but Zephyr actually going to get bursted down, so showing off a bit of damage potential there. Now Ophelia's like pulling people back that she can't. Swiftblade goes back in though with the spin on top of Flux right here, putting in the auto attacks as well. Flux will go down, but at what cost? Swiftblade goes down.
Swiftblade was being ported back, but he spinned and took it off. I think.
Was that what it was?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I think.
Was it Pearl?
I don't know. I might have ported back somebody else, honestly, but.
I swear I saw like the green little animation of it on Swiftblade.
You can purge that off too, and Master of Arms does have a Nullifier Blade, so.
Okay, that could have happened. That could have happened, or does a spin to get off? Gosh.
I think it would.
Okay, so I think he killed himself. Maybe. I mean, okay, I don't. That's like.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but anyways, they held.
Buybacks. They do have buybacks, and 2 buybacks at that.
Yeah, so CiC, they know that they got to try to make something here, but yeah, here come the buybacks. And quickly they retreat, at least.
In the end, 1 Zephyr buyback, no Rex lost. I gotta believe Hellborn's gonna back up. Yep.
Not gonna go for it. And CiC is just trying.
That was a big deal. I mean, this game's all about baby steps, and that was a little baby step towards the victory for CiC.
That is true.
They did lose top Rex, I know, it's a big deal, but in the end.
Does it really matter? No, yeah. Yeah, CiC Esports, again, it proven to be, and I'll tell you this much, too, especially, your guys' series yesterday, what a series that was, especially way to finish that. Good old, whose call was that? Was that a team call, or was that somebody's call? Berserker.
I was thinking, like, in the moment, I forgot exactly what I was thinking, but I kind of asked like the carry like what he kind of wanted to play. I thought Gemini might have been a fine pick, and someone spouted out is Berserker fine here. I'm like, yeah, Berserker actually owns here.
Berserker great against Keeper. I mean,
yeah, Berserker is actually incredibly, I think, just really powerful now with that staff change. I don't know if you know the effects of it, but it's ridiculous.
Oh no, we were highlighting that right at the beginning of the game.
It's ridiculous. You can't get locked down.
You can consider that basically a core build for him.
Like the only things that can lock you down at that point are like a Legionnaire taunt, a Tempest hold, or a Chronos ultimate, basically.
Or a Moira ultimate.
Yeah. So.
Hero. No, yeah, that was a great decision, and that was fun to watch. But my point was that whole series ultimately too was just a lot of fun, and We have a great start here today, obviously.
Yep. Oh yeah.
BMG
Gosh,
versus
this is
CiC,
an awesome game. And you know what? Like, there's no winner yet. You know. Like,
again, yeah.
still
This
game.
is just game 1 again. Another mine trap here. Okay, he's actually got a good amount of mines here, but.
Oh, Magnus is not in trouble. Okay, Pearl does have a sheep stick here. He's looking for that initiation.
Yeah.
They are going for the 4th Conqueror. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to take it. Top lane's gonna be pushing in. They can use that to their advantage. Slowly Conqueror, force Hellborn to, you know. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a big deal.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
It happened.
Nice. Nice.
I love it. I happen to just be sitting right on top of that too.
So we have hit. I mean, it's late game right now.
Oh yeah.
Master of Arms is working. You know, he's building those carry items, and the later this game goes, the more stacked everyone's gonna get. Initiation.
Okay, nothing much.
Oh my gosh, this is so tense.
Yep. 4th Congar again, bananas and token, of course. He's gonna place the mines in the same spot.
Here's the problem. Slowly. Okay, are they going for Congar? Man, they're ballsy. There's no way Legion's gonna let them get away with this, though.
He does have double damage on the Ion Stone to pass around. So.
Yeah, but even with that said, I mean,
yeah, it's not the maximum double damage.
Best case scenario for Hellborn, yeah, but
oof.
Legion's not gonna. With the notice though, top lane, man, look at that. They're like Legion basically can just like slow play this, just massively slow play this, and that's the advantage of having a Rax. Hellborn's gonna have to send someone back to defend. Looks like Magnus, in which case Legion's gonna start pressuring Conqueror, and then once Hellborn comes back, then they're gonna fall back and let the top lane push again.
Rinse and repeat. By the way, Zephyr's Sheepstick. I don't know if we talked about that, and then Swiftblade gets a Savage Mace as well. So. There's a lot of damage coming out here.
Welcome to the late game, baby.
I think Barbed Armor would be a very valuable pickup on the Hellborn side, especially like.
Oh man, actually, I didn't even think about that. Flux 3,000 HP. Yeah, get a Barbed Armor. Torture's going for hard. After that, get a Barbed Armor. Imagine that. Yeah, wow, that's a good idea actually. Kind of counters the carry presence a little bit. One thing. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The mines are here again. Rhapsody. Is she gonna die again? Oh no. Oh no.
It's 4 mines. What? How did that?
And how did they not go?
I guess it needs vision.
Ah! Dang.
Almost. So I mean, okay, this is just a stalemate right now.
That was good. All right,
top
so
lane.
they're waiting for the jump.
Yeah, they can't jump Zephyr. There's no way. They have a team behind them.
They learned that earlier. Magmus gets the Behemoth's heart as well. Jeez.
Oh man.
I almost want to say that's
barbed armor now. Like I agree with that. What would they sell? A tablet? I mean, I maybe like that's such a good item. This game,
I just don't know if I like the Frostfield. Well, the Frostfield is good. I mean,
like I understand tablet and the Saxon are good items too. But gosh, imagine if you sell those, sell a TP and Flux, and just get 3 barbed armors. Holy moly, that's gonna own them.
Yeah.
That would be. I could see that being a turnaround.
Zephyr. Here comes the tablets. Oh, Sheeps are going to torture. The pull in, though. The push away. Zephyr, though, he gets the gust off. Stunning from Magnus. The follow-up to the teamwork. In comes the energy field, but the preservation once again pushes away. The discharge push coming out from Flux. Push and pull every which way. In comes a swift slash. There's a lot of creeps are here, though. In the meantime, Swiftblade chases the engineer. Magnus comes in with the eruption. Shrunken heads are up, though. So not doing the most. Granted, Swiftblade is dropping. So far, Engineer is the only one dead currently. Rhapsody going back in Flux. He puts the discharge out, or excuse me, the release out. Down goes Rhapsody. But now Zephyr and Swiftblade holding their guys. Swiftblade with the spin. Magnus at the last second though. Swiftblade dropping. Swiftblade's gonna fall. Unfeeling goes down. Torturous damage is off the charts right here. As Zephyr's gonna be locked down now. Can they kill Zephyr? Zephyr might actually fall right here. Yes, they can. The tower falls at the sacrificial shrine, but CiC Esports cleans up. Do not underestimate them.
Oh, so well played, man. They just keep on cutting around the Shrunken Heads. The Shrunken Heads and the Blade Frenzy are pod. They just kite them around. They have a possibility of Conga right now. Buyback Swiftblade? Yep, buyback. They're gonna try to stop the Conga, it looks, but they're gonna need more heroes than that.
Yeah.
Holy. Oh my gosh, this is not what I'm expecting. I don't know about you.
No,
crazy.
Absolutely not. I mean, I was on board with you. The late game, it's like BMG gonna start just taking over, but
CiC is absolutely playing out of their minds right now. They should not be winning this. They are. These tablets are incredible. Swiftblade might get picked off.
Yeah. Oh, there's a discharge. I can see him. Magnus misses a stun.
Oh man.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting way too pumped. I need to calm down a little bit. This is insane.
He hits
this is
that
why
stun. That's
I watch
kill.
Han, man, for these games. This is
yeah.
great.
Oh yeah. Now Kongor, this is that fourth Kongor. Yeah, Swiftblade, he can't do anything at this point. He knows that if he goes back in, he might even die. So
what did Torture sell to get that?
What did he sell? Shit. Tablet? Did he have a no? The Saxon. He sells that. Was it just a TP spot? I mean,
I don't think so, because I was looking at his items previously, and I was like, okay, he needs to sell the Saxstone, so I gotta think it was something that I value pretty high.
True. What was it?
I don't know. Was it a
portal key? It wasn't a portal key. You know what? I'm gonna look at the stream real quickly. It was a Gnome's Wisdom.
Gnome's Wisdom. Okay, well I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can see how that's valued lower than Saxstone come late game. Maybe, actually. I mean, they use a lot of mana. Anyways, yeah, so he sells that for token. After like, tokens used, though, possibly a barbed armor, man. Like, that's still an option. Like, that was actually a really good insight.
That or Grimoire, honestly. I just feel like one of the two, just enhancing your damage. So? Yeah, 15% more damage at this point. Savage Mace on Mickey!
You're right.
What the hell?
I mean, yeah. I just like that barbed armor idea. That was sexy. Anyways, man, CiC is like not looking so bad right now.
Look at Magnus's items.
Oh my god! Wait, what can he even go next? Nothing.
Why did he go with Savage Mace? What?
He's going late game, baby. I mean, okay, like he has a Savage Mace. Okay, yeah, Portal Key is like a must on Magnus, but like going that Savage Mace route, clearly he's going late game. I could see him selling that Portal Key last item and picking up a freaking Grimoire. I'm not even kidding. Like, why not? I mean, like, if you're going that Savage Mace, tag speed works well with it. It's also an initiation tool in the Grim. Not did I say Grimoire? I meant
yeah.
I meant Gunjuro. I meant Gunjuro. Okay. My bad.
I'm still.
Yeah, this is incredible.
But yeah, the post haste picked up by Torture, by the way, so that's where this item starts popping up, obviously.
You know what this reminds me of, this game?
What's that?
I think Complexity Gaming with like Moomiander and Trout, like way back when. They had a game where like they had no late game, but they had like bubbles and stuff.
It was the Tundra. Yeah, Magnus. He's always gonna get countered though. Mickey's by himself. He does have a little bit of team support. Can it be in time? Here comes the two-stick on Rhapsody. Magnus is going to end up falling, it looks like, in the end. Torture is here, but again, the Shuriken heads are up. Doing a lot of mitigation. Master of Arms will fall. Torture's now sheeped. Oh, CiC Esports might have just thrown it right there. Mickey does not have a buyback. That could be it. Down goes Torture right here. The Token of Life going to bring him back up. He's probably going to fall shortly after that. Okay, he's got the Shrunken, actually. He gets pulled forward. That's going to be really wearing off soon, though.
This is not good. It's not looking good for him. He doesn't have buyback either.
Nope,
Magnus. Mickey, what the hell was that, man?
That's it.
What the hell was that? Your team wasn't even close. You just... Oh, Mickey, that was so bad. I'm sorry. I love you, man, but that was so bad.
Oh, yeah, that's one of those. It's like, again, this has been a game that their chances of winning have been slim for a long time here, it's felt like. But the fact that they were still in it was epic, but to just have it end like that because of that is unfortunate.
I mean, I don't want to say it's over, but it is over, kind of.
It's over.
No buybacks, and yeah, it is over. Oh, that's so sad.
Zephyr's just going to tear up Flux. I mean, Flux can't do this.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I guess.
If you want to match up one thing, but in comes freaking Swiftblade, and that's just going to be the deal breaker.
Yeah. Magnus is going to resurrect.
I mean, Magnus is up in 15 seconds. They're not going to lose it right here. They
are going to hold it. That's
behind.
True. But yeah, losing those middle racks is going to hurt them big time. Zephyr.
Yeah, no doubt, but it isn't over yet.
There's the pull, and they're trying to keep them close. The Frostfield
is up with
Skull.
Sheepstick, blink Sheepstick.
There we go. He stuns. He missed the stun. He missed the stun. He got in range though.
Why'd you not blink Sheepstick right away, Mickey?
Oh man, it's falling apart.
He does have ulti. Blink ulti, NG.
Something. There you go. Yep. Now Zephyr's gonna get caught. That's a dead Zephyr. He does have buyback.
It's not over. It's not over. But man, what the hell? That did not need to happen, I feel like. Anyway, oh man.
Yeah.
That was painful.
Well, I think the one you're getting to was Moomiander's Tundra with the Soul's Bulwark, where he bought that at the last second to get his team to kill the shrine before the other. I forget the exact match.
No, well, I mean that game was epic too. But there's an actual game like where like there's like Moomiander's like on bubbles, and there's someone else on like I forgot, like Engineer or something, and they're against like a Moon Queen. And the game it was like this, and Moomiander just started building like massive carry on bubbles, and Engineer started building carry, and they actually won.
Really?
My point is that like with items, you can make anything somewhat of a carry.
Yeah.
And that's what Hellborn's doing.
True. Very true. Yeah, no, we've been a lot of matches of cover. This is definitely getting up there as far as just a very good finish, most certainly. But
if Hellborn wins, this is going to be one of those.
If Hellborn wins at this point,
yeah. I mean, they're really still in it. Realistically, I mean, it's not looking so hot anymore.
Well, this is when you know it's all in. Doombringer on Flux.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
I mean, hey man, I don't disagree with that. He does have 2 buybacks, so that is a little bit, I mean, not totally optimal, but yeah, I mean, they're in, baby.
Doombringer on Flux. So again, he's quite the tank too. So he's able to just sit there and kind of be a turret himself.
Savage Mason, Master of Arms. He's that carry presence right now.
Yeah, he is. I mean, that red gun's gonna dish out a lot of damage. The no fire on the Savage here, just alone. I say that alone, but those are 2 huge items. Nearly 70. This is the longest game so far. The
in the entire Pro League.
In the Pro League, in fact, I have.
Oh my God! Look what happened again.
The mind traps, man.
I had a smiley face there. That's just too good.
Those freaking mind traps. I was gonna double check on that, but yeah, I believe this is definitely the longest game. Bottom lane, Zephyr's actually caught. CiC has a chance to get a kill on Zephyr. There's no support coming whatsoever. Typhoon goes down. It doesn't matter. Zephyr's gonna fall. He does have his final buyback, but that's huge.
But yeah, that's huge. That is huge. Can they force anything off that though? I don't know. They have 2 lanes, pushing in again. It comes back to that. Really, I mean, Splitblade can just keep on split pushing. The throne the shrine rather, is open. But it is big. I mean, that's what they need to do.
That's one of the things.
Yeah.
I'm double checking on the time. Yeah, 52 minutes is the longest game that we've had in the Crunch God of our Pro League so far.
Wow, that's not even that long. That's
I know. The games overall haven't been. They've been from like 30 to 35 minutes.
To be honest, yeah, they haven't been that close. Sadly, I mean.
Yeah, we haven't had these epic games. Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple, but yeah, this is probably the best one we've had. Go figure, it's BMG versus CiC.
This is the first game.
I know.
Can you stress that really fast? This is the first game.
That, yeah.
That is impossible to pick up on that. Hopefully it's down.
Yep.
Killing the creeps now. I mean,
Doombringer for the win.
I mean, this is what you need to do, right? Like,
it's amazing to think that they've already been so behind, but I mean the fact that they kind of threw there to an extent with the Magnus play, and yet they still actually have a decent chance at actually winning this game. It feels like.
Just imagine if that throw didn't happen, though. Oof.
Yeah.
So okay, Zephyr rebuys his Shrunken Head. Good idea. I mean, he was pulling 7,000 gold at that point. No reason not to. He only has 1 buyback. He still has excess gold. With that said.
You said he rebought the Shrunken? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So, how's that? Swiftblade, we talked about him, and what he can go for here next, I mean...
He does have another item slot, and that is...
Yeah.
It's coming down to it, no item slots. Ultra lit game.
Does he go Doombringer himself? Man, not desperate for that just yet, by any means.
No, yeah, I wouldn't do that on Legion side, by no means. I mean, I'm thinking actually, Wingbow, perhaps? They do have a Savage Mace.
Yeah,
2 Savage Maces. So they do have 2 Savage Maces, so maybe not. Still is not like the worst item.
And maybe just the extra tank too. Just gonna Behemoth's Heart himself. Be a bad option.
Yeah.
The discharge, more of a scouting discharge there. Ooh, the mine's doing some good damage to Swiftblade, but not enough for the kill. These support mines, man.
Yeah, these support mines are coming into play.
He knows what he's doing.
Actually, one of the kills on Rhapsody with the support mines was a huge deal. It stopped them from conquering at that moment.
Another double damage ring, jeez. Rhapsody's trying to kill it. She does, but at what cost?
I is down, not the hugest deal this game. I guess they're just gonna kill it off.
Longer yet.
Suppose. Yeah.
There's no token on anyone, right? No.
It's crazy. BMG just keeps on getting picked off, even with this. What you would think would be map control. Mo is just constantly sitting top, and he has got the carry presence. I mean. It's kind of a 4v5 at this point with, having these racks especially. Did he buy something?
He had to. What did he buy? He bought post-haste, I guess. What's that now? Yeah, him, Torture, Flux. Everyone has it but Engineer, so obviously they're at that point. They know that a whole backdoor strat is very possible.
Yep.
Both teams do, in fact, of course. So top lane, Switchblade, okay.
Oh, that's the Flux ulti. For some reason, I thought he got tableted. Okay, as we see Pearl's getting picked off, though. Like, this is crazy.
She's dead. That's she does have a buyback, but again, her last buyback, if so. You gotta wonder, I mean, if you're BMG here, do you just group up and go? I feel they're getting
really
picked off here.
Yeah, I mean, I think you do group up and go, or you slow push bottom. Because you're stacked on items. There's nothing else you can buy. He Switchblade buys a Doombringer. Oh my god! If he gets picked off, that's a big deal.
Oh my gosh, that is. Yeah, I was joking, man. I honestly was joking because for the obvious reason.
They're not in that oh shit position, and he has a buyback.
That says something.
They're conquering. They're going to take it down really fast.
We have 3 Doombringers, and this is the most Doombringers we've ever had in an actual game.
Oh, man. They kill and conquer slowly, though. Are they going to pick up on this? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's going to be close. Okay, they get it. Token, here we go. Pearl goes in with the preservation right here. Sheepstick on a Torturer, trying to lay it as much as possible. Magma stun's in. Pearl's dropping. Here goes the Shrunken Headstone in the background. Flux being locked down. Flux has that Doombringer. He uses the bananas right away. The discharge pushing. Needs to stand his ground. He can't get out of there. Down goes Flux, though. Doombringer's going to end up falling. Switchblade has 2 Doombringers now. In comes the eruption onto Zephyr, though. Zephyr actually falling. Zephyr's going to fall. He drops the Doombringer. Matheros picks it up. Switchblade with the 2 Doombringers. The crit's coming out. He gets the kill. The 1690 crit. The quad kill. The annihilation. Switchblade, the double Doombringer. Oh, no. Holy shit. Flux is going to pull in Zephyr.
It's over, right?
It's over. It has to be now. Oh boy, the double Doombringer.
They could have locked down Switchblade there. You know, if Flux could have got his freaking, I can't even speak right now. I'm just so pumped.
There you go. GG, well played. Holy crap! I mean, that's gonna go down in Hongas history just because 3 Doombringers, if anything. But
that was absolutely incredible, man.
What a finish. What a crazy game. But in the end, BMG, the team that was ahead for a lot of it and, you know, had that late game. Wow, though.
Yeah, CiC could have locked down Switchblade just a tad better there. I mean, I'm sure they played it really well in all that chaos.